Welcome back, everyone. We are 22S Radio, the next wave of K-Beach. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ, HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back, everyone, to Talk with Spencer program. I am your host, Spencer Klein, back again with another great episode with another great artist from my hometown, San Bernardino, California. I'm going to turn to him. Mr. Rosewood, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, glad to have you back on the show, or for the first time here on the show.
Yeah,
so what were you doing today? Because I know on the way over here we were talking about, some antics that you were up to in regards to the music industry. I want to hear about that.
Today I had a lot going on. I had to wing the trip. I had to make it out here to make this interview. So today I just jumped on the train all the way from the Dino, linked up with somebody, shot a video. You feel me? I was doing a lot in the video. I'm climbing up trees. I tripped in the video. I think I'm gonna just add that in there. Just maybe put it as a blooper at the end or something.
What's the title of the song? Is the song already out, or is it?
Actually, I haven't put it out, but I performed it at my last show.
In which I was there.
Yes, it was the very last one.
Yo, that was a pretty nice show, I might add. In addition, do you perform often?
I actually have just been getting in the groove of doing all the videos, performing. Like everything I've been doing has been recent, like everything in like the last, give or take, 3 to 4 months.
So how long have you been making music in the genuine sense?
As far as like releasing songs, I've been doing it for a good 2 going on 3 years. I'll say about 3 years.
Okay, that's interesting. And more importantly, the reason why I want to have you on, this isn't the sole factor, but what made you a compelling person to have on the show was the fact that you have a very active social media presence. And it's just there. And it's just like, that's something that a lot of people, they don't take into consideration when it comes to, making music and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for having that.
I appreciate
Number one.
It, man.
The shit you post is funny. Number 2, so it's just like, okay, I'm actually enjoying what I'm watching. I'm not just feeling like I have to, just tap, scroll through someone's Instagram story or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So what's the concept of the music video you're shooting? Or did you finish shooting today, or?
I'm actually going to clip together a couple things. I'm going to actually use footage from the show, and I'm going to use footage I did today. So,
that's tight.
Mash that up, throw some random shit in there, some random stuff in there, excuse me. So, gonna put that all together. It's gonna, like I said, I only ever performed the song. I haven't even recorded it yet. Not even yet. I haven't even recorded it for my own ears to hear. But the concept of the song is called the Rosewood Starter Pack. Is basically, all in all, a good description of me. Like, that song is all the way me, because I break down the outfit that I typically wear. Like, my style is very, very casual. I'm just in the windbreaker because it's cold. Like, I wear very plain clothes. And the song The Rosewood Starter Pack basically breaks that down on what type of person I am. It's a really short song, too. So, in the song, I break down the outfit. I say, some Vans, no bust, faux cuffs, slim fit pants, and the green bandana. You got the Rosewood Starter Pack. And that's my thing. That's my big thing. My biggest thing is the green bandana. That's me. I've been wearing it since I was about 15, faithfully. It's not a new thing for me. I just never thought to really call it something.
I was kind of hoping that when you came here today, you'd be wearing it. Well, hold up. Let's see.
I'll throw it on top of everything. No, I don't go nowhere without one.
You just always keep one on you?
I got to. You don't know what me and these things have been through, what we go through. We surviving, though.
I want to see you put this on.
We got this.
I want to see you put this on.
It got a little wrinkle in my backpack. I ain't even going to lie to y'all, but we're going to make it work. We finna make it work.
Let's see
what we got going on. Oh, man, it's looking a little.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do.
There we go. Oh, yeah. I'm putting it over the headphones. Oh, well.
Right over the headphones, over the Naruto headband. There we go.
Let's go. We in here.
Yeah. Man, we're in this.
We're in here.
Yeah.
This is all me right here.
So why green?
It's my family color.
Family color.
Can't get too specific,
Okay,
but,
okay. I can see one.
It's a family thing, but more importantly, out of the family, our family color is green, but I was the first person to really wear the bandana as a head accessory.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
so that's why it's called the Rosewood starter pack.
Because when I was at the show, like I saw all y'all like hop on the stage with a green headband. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's low key cold because it's just like, yeah, like like it unifies us all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, wow, like. What if groups collectively did something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like had a relic that they could use to like promote, each other.
It just depends on the image given. You feel me? Because you know how the game goes. We're black. If this rag was blue or red, people would it.
Oh, obviously.
You would not give the same impression that it does. So I'm thankful for that. But for the simple fact that it means something more than all of that at the end of the day. Anyways, it's like, I wish other people did do it. I wish it could be looked at as not like it gives people group mentalities. It makes people section other people off. They just gonna look at them like, oh, that's them green rag fellas. That's them, that's them. Oh, there goes them yellow rag guys. Or, like, we got some dancers and some gray rags. Or so, like, people want to section everything off, but I'm trying to make this stand for something that's me. Not negative nor positive. Your own perception of me is going to be the same thing as this. That's what I want to be. It's just
an association of you attached to the not direct though.
Yes.
The head bandana. That's the word I'm looking for.
Bandana for short.
All right.
Taliban man and the green bandana.
So let's talk about where you're from.
Yes.
Okay, so you're from San Bernardino, California.
No, I'm from Riverside.
Riverside, that's right. We were talking about this before. So you're from Riverside, California, and you currently live in San Bernardino, correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
I'm from downtown Riverside.
So what was it like living in that area? And how did it influence you on the music you make?
Like, honestly, me personally, I'd never consider myself hood. I'm more so street. I moved around by myself a lot, so I got to see things from a wider picture. I wasn't always influenced by the people around me. I got to have my own opinion and mind on things, So when I took it all in, as like the crazy stuff that happens in the street. From I done seen people overdose. I done been jail shot at. I done seen it all. I done seen a lot. And like, let me not say everything in my music is true, but but I try to keep it as close to my life as possible, so it's to a relatable sense. So like, therefore, if people understand what I'm saying, they're gonna relate to feel me more,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I write my music for me, but at the end of the day, it's for y'all too. I want y'all to feel me, but I want it to be from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to. It's like rapping's translation to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm gonna use this platform to push my ideals, push my views on things.
You feel like someone who grew up, in the same neighborhood you did would have a better perspective on your music than, per se, someone who, lives in Montana, for example. It's a random place out there. You think it's universal?
I do, but at the same time, there's going to be people as good as me that's not going to like my music simply because it's from me. There's going to be people that don't know me from Montana that, as long as they can bang their head to it, they're going to listen to it. Mm-hmm. They're going to play it over and over again. I feel like it's a matter of opinion. It's not, he's a street dude and he makes street music, because, like, there's unstreet dudes that make very street music. There's street dudes that make harmonic poetry. It's all on opinion. It depends on the mind that's listening.
Yo, I got a quick question to ask you just off the record.
Yes.
Do you know K3 for the record?
I don't personally know him, but I have run into him before.
You have run into him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he hard to come by?
What do you mean?
Because I've been trying to get in contact with him for like months at a time, and he's just not getting back to me.
Yeah, you probably gotta. He's one of those people you gotta talk to somebody else to talk to him. Probably.
And then at the show, you did a song, and it was like the instrumental was the same to one of his songs. I'm like, oh, he probably knows him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure exactly which song, but 10 times out of 10 is probably a YouTube beat. Man. So I mean, it's very likely for people to be on the same song. Like, in that sense, it would sound like we were on something similar. I think we actually got a couple songs that it's all unintentional. It's been times he'll drop before me on the same beat. I'll drop before him. It's like, it's not nothing I pay too much attention to, but it's like, oh, shit. Oh, boy did the same beat as me. Like, you know, never knock it. I'm going to slap it just like mine.
It's weird. And it's just like, the way you say that, it's so calm and, like, collected. Like, oh, yeah, we had the same song with the exact same beat on it. And there's no beef or bad intention.
See.
You know, behind. But anywhere else you would go in the world, you would get hated for that.
I've had a conflict for that exact same thing. So
really?
I've had to say that, but it was more so, it wasn't about the dude taking my beat. There's no problem with that. There's a million remixes to every song. The matter is, it's when someone takes your whole flow. They take, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not when they take your beat, it's when they take your artistry. That's what I can't respect.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, we all get our artistry from the people we looked up to, the people who's buzzing, whoever's the influence on the culture at the moment. But to just jack artistry and it's in plain sight, I can't respect that. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel that way about him in specific. But I've had conflict like that before. Mm-hmm. But I learned at the end of the day, like, it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen if you're great enough.
It's happened often?
Recent.
Recent?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to open up like any, you know.
Yeah, it's not even worth talking about. But
or anything,
there's different types of conflict on it. But I said I can't respect someone jacking my artistry. Mm-hmm. The same beat all day. I'll tell somebody to remix my song.
And it usually goes hard, or does it work?
I mean, I ain't really heard nobody do it before. But I mean, if it's hard, I'm never gonna knock a hard song. Mm-hmm. Never.
I feel that.
I won't deny myself what I like. That's idiotic to me.
Mm-hmm. So this music video that you just shot today, you shot in Long Beach, correct?
I probably got a couple scenes in Long Beach, but mainly in San Pedro.
Pedro. Okay. Pedro.
One of those.
What location specifically do you know?
Is it called Hidden Beach?
I wouldn't know.
I have no idea. I was high. It was at a beach. It was at a beach. We went. There's this place called Sunken City, and we just explored that. Just got random scenes. I don't really try too hard when I make a video. I like it to come natural, you know. So it gets a natural vibe. Like you feel like you're in it when you're watching the video. But it was a really nice beach. It was like, if you're familiar with like the Corona area, have you ever heard of Graffiti Falls?
I have.
It was kind of just like that, but it was a beach setting.
Yeah, I can kind of picture that.
Yeah, it was dope,
like it's just more.
It was dope.
Quiet,
it was,
right?
It said keep out, trespassing in some road, but like we thought it was all sketchy. People were hopping the gate, running. We were like, oh, we running too. Like if they running, we running. We get to the end, it's like 30 people there. Like everyone's just chilling. Like oh. I guess like once you make it into the club, you good. Like, I don't know. It was cool to.
So your first music video?
No, my fourth actually.
Fourth. Mm-hmm. Okay. What were the other ones like?
My very first one was from one of my very first performances, mashed up with some scenes from downtown Riverside. We performed at the MTL in downtown Riverside, right in between all the bars and stuff. Mm-hmm. Second one was one I did in San Bernardino, actually. You know where Fame Liquor Store is at?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That was fun. That was, almost got a little sticky there.
Have you recorded at or performed at Sears Cartoons?
Yes, I have.
You have? That's right. I remember seeing you.
About 3 times.
Yes. That sounds familiar now.
Yes.
What was that like?
I actually did my very first performance there.
Really?
My very first one. And this was just, in September?
I was probably there for that performance.
It was Cloud 9?
Yes, it was Cloud 9.
Yes.
Yes, with Adam Black, Trey.
Yes. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. It felt good to conquer that. I don't got it conquered. I get nervous every time I'm finna go on stage.
Okay, well, you're doing it, right? So that's just,
yeah.
That's half the battle.
It was.
But
it still is.
I just got a question.
Yes.
So what would you tell someone, because you're recently new to this as well, what would you tell someone, like, if they want to get on the stage for the first time and they just can't muster up, if it's the courage or confidence or anything? Let's say you hear someone's music, like, oh, this is kind of good. You should do this live. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do this live. What would you tell that person?
I would tell them, don't focus on the people in front of you.
Is that what you do?
I would tell them, No, I go if you see me perform, I get it active. But I feel like the pressure really comes from overthinking the people in front of you. Do they like what I'm doing? Are they feeling this? And it could start to, if you don't got the right nerves, it will start to affect your performance as well. Like I think it might have been that time or the time after that I was there and the mic kept messing up. The mic kept scratching in my set with Lahani, and we kind of got to parts where we would kind of like look at each other like, you know, but I had to learn, like, you just got to keep it going. Adam Black actually told me that. He told me that very night. He's like, you just got to keep it going. And ever since then, I just learned, like, it don't matter if I have to go a cappella. I'll toss the mic. Yeah. Start screaming up in there.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a pretty good performer.
He is. He's actually one of my favorites. I love watching him
he
perform.
knows how to, like, you know, captivate an audience.
Yes.
That's what I appreciate about him. And comparing that, especially to the Back to the Grind performance you had a couple weeks ago, those are like night and day to me, honestly. And I think it all depends on specifically you for artist interaction with the audience, because just naturally, like, serious cartoons, you're in a small confined place. There's not really much you could, you know, do from there. Back to the Grind, it's a little bit bigger, but it's not as confined. But just naturally, the way you got the audience to participate was just better off, you know.
Yes.
Would you agree?
That's very true. And I have to thank the people that were there. They made me, it was just, I think the presence of a lot of people that were there made me comfortable.
And Back to the Grind?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I've always known a lot of people at each setting, but it was like Back to the Grind was my most comfortable show, and I feel like that participated a lot in how the end result was.
That's good. So how'd you get that gig anyway at Back to the Grind?
Jimmy Bishop. He set it up. Set up his own event. Jimmy Bishop, 951. He's also a fellow rapper. He threw the whole event. Him and Zach, they got it done. They hit me up. I was on a whole flyer, my very first time on a flyer. Shout out to my boy, because you know how good it felt to be trying to do something. You see your name on something for the first time. Like, that felt crazy. Like, I'm passing out flyers with my name on them, telling people I'm finna be here. So
shoot,
yeah, he got me in there, and we got it done. That was really dope. And Back to the Grind, they've been hitting me up. They're cool peoples too. So I'm hoping to do another show there.
You have anything in the works right now for another show there?
I actually want to throw in myself, but it takes a little while to get booked there.
Yeah, I've been in that business too, trying to host shows. Yeah, it's not
easy.
It's not easy. It's not fun. It's stressful. What was that? Is that a phone? You know what that sounded like, dude? That gave me like flashbacks. Because you know what that sounds like?
What?
That sounds like the chime that happens when at Amazon where you scan a package. So when I heard that, I just had like Vietnam flashbacks to like Amazon. I'm just like, I don't know if I can handle this right now.
Almost hid in the bathroom from somebody.
Almost took a package in the bathroom, started scanning it. I'm like, yo, man, I hate that place. You shaking your head no?
I hate that place.
I told you.
That should be stressing me out.
It's not fun. It's not a fun place to be.
Man.
Wait, what time do you work though? That's all that matters.
5 o'clock in the morning.
To what time?
3:30.
Oh
if I ain't gotta do 10 hours.
And
so it's just like 1:30. So
what
I would just pin drop on my pinky toe mid shift, workers comp something.
Dude,
I would take my shoe off and have the other shoe on and then pin drop on it. I'm just
curious because I don't meet a lot of Amazon workers or currently or post often. So what is the worst thing you've seen happen at your job?
Somebody got hit by the clamp. And
what?
They really got clamped.
Wait, clamp. You mean like
it's a clamp. It's not like a forklift. It's kind of like a forklift, but it just got sides. Like, it's not the two little rails. No, it was the whole clamp. Like, basically, they were flying down. She was coming out the break room. Boom. Head split. All that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was overrated.
It was overrated. Is she okay?
Hey, they say she okay, but if I was her, I'll be suing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They don't want y'all to worry.
Yeah, she fine.
Like, thinking
It's going to be
alright.
people getting clamped every other week.
Good.
No, she died, but her family got $4 billion. I'll get clamped for my
And they really said she got split from her head, like middle of her head to like her whole body. Like, I said, oh hell.
God.
And they said they were going to at least like, they supposed to only go like 5 miles per hour, but that nigga must have been going like 15, 20.
Man,
Flying through that shit. Like, what?
I can't imagine.
Me neither, because I would get up and want to fight. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't care if I'm split in half. I'm about to shoot.
You got
whichever side of my body's still working, getting swung on with.
Man, and I hope I win. Man.
How long you been working there for?
Since April. Yep.
And it's, oh my God,
It's been all right.
that's like 9 months.
I'm just a super positive worker. I wake up every day positive, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Always on that positive grind. Can never go down. If you feel negative any time of the day, the whole day's ruined. Facts.
Bars.
Okay, that's one way to put it. Is it close to your house or is it a commute?
Nah, it's pretty far. And
Can
like
you-
you said, gotta have to take an Uber. That should take like $13. That shit too many dollars.
Yeah. Shoot, man.
Shit too
I-
many.
Shoot, I didn't even want to think about the time I worked there. I worked in the Irvine one, and there were people like, for the sake of radio, I'm going to say this, they're pooping on the floor.
Oh hell no!
And it's like,
I be getting disgusted.
I'm like,
those
that's
people.
contamination hazard, number one.
I be ready to take off my belt and start whooping ass.
I would have watched you do it, and I wouldn't have blamed you. I would have let you kept doing it. And it was like, why?
Wait, the
Like,
workers were doing
The
this?
workers, yeah.
Was it a strike? However worked were they? They just
Strike.
they were like
Yo.
making an example. They can't make it to the toilet because they're so tired.
Strike. Yo, just imagine. Man.
Dang.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Enough of
mad.
that. Enough of that. We're done. We're done. Okay. But
Oh man.
back to the music. Okay. All right, back to the music.
Oh man.
So, have you ever? I'm sorry. No more. Okay. So, have you ever collaborated with any other artists so far,
Oh.
or are there any artists that you wish you want to collaborate with?
Oh, there's the list on both. It's crazy. But as far as people I immediately want to work with, I'm gonna say Thunder Tribe. I also want to work with. I want to work with everyone that was just at that show. Honestly, every single body, everybody. Also want to work with. Adri did that. If you know who that is,
I did. Yeah, I do.
Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely want to work with him. We have a
Yeah.
lot. We have.
He
That's one of the
messaged-
first people I started making music with. We have a lot of old songs, but we have nothing recent.
Yeah, he actually, I think he's messaged me about a couple of weeks ago. He does music videos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did our first one.
Yeah. I was trying to get him. I don't know if I brought this up to him, but if he's watching this, here's my proposal to you. So I have a short film that I kind of want to. I told you about this, and I kind of want to get it filmed. If he wants to film it, shoot, there it is. That's my proposal to him. I'm shooting my shot right now. But in addition to that, yeah. So yeah, I do know him from the show.
Yes. He's into all that, so I'll tell him to hit you up. I got you. That's my boy, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, I feel like our sound's compliment. I can't wait to hear what we can make today because it's been a really long time since we made any music together.
Really?
Yes.
So you have made it in the past?
He was one of the first people I started with.
Really?
Yes.
What'd you make with him?
Actually, we only ever put maybe 2 to 3 songs out back then, but I don't really bring those up because, you know, those are my dark days.
Dark as in, like,
Dark.
amateur?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Well, I
like,
mean, we all have dark days.
yeah, definitely.
man.
Like, we got songs from, I want to say the year was 2016. 2016, we had like 2-3 songs. And then everything else, we've made about 10 to 20 songs altogether, but only about 4 ever saw the day of light.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the light of day. So, you know.
Everyone has to start off with making whack beats.
Yeah.
No one starts off as, you know,
Yeah.
a big name artist.
Yeah.
So who do you look up to?
That's a good one. I like positive models. I like the ones that take it beyond rap. I like the ones who take it to philosophy and to like inspiring acts. Like, you know, the whole debate about Nipsey a legend or not.
What's the debate?
Basically, some people are like, there's a little thing going on. Pretty much, some people are debating whether or not Nipsey Hussle was a legend or is a legend.
What would make him not a legend?
You know, there's those ignorant people that just got
Just those people
Just
that
the haters.
just want to
Just,
say something.
You know, they got to point out imperfections, but like, come on, dog. What you really got?
I'm kind of curious. Like, what is the argument for him not being a legend?
Basically about not going countrywide, international, not being an international star. That's what, you know.
You know how many people who are like, you know, not stuck, because that's the wrong word, but they're just in their community and they help their community and only their community.
Yes.
Who don't wish to go international because they see the stuff in their community that they wish to fix.
Yes.
That are legends still. One could argue like Kendrick Lamar would not be a legend under this definition.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's really dumb. I sure you saw that on on woke Twitter.
No.
So someone actually said that for real
Yeah.
in person
The interview.
interview.
Whack 100.
Really?
Yes. He said Nipsey Hussle's not a legend.
I've heard people say like how
And you know, I don't even know much about Whack 100. Like, maybe I think it's more of he's not a legend to you.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Okay, that's fair.
There is over 1 million people that he is to.
Mhm.
So, you know, maybe that is your opinion. You're entitled to it, but I don't feel like that's a. You know, bro did too many great things. You know, he did things beyond levels of things people in our caliber could do. That's what sets a legend. A legend is someone who sets the example. A legend is the one, you know. A legend is someone you look up to. A legend is Biggie Smalls. A legend is Tupac. A legend, you know. So I feel like he did too many great things. No, he didn't go countrywide, but bro, like you said, he fixed his community first. Why am I going to go outside of what I got going on here when I could fix this first? Take care of home first.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. And with that being said, it's more like just, you know, it's a matter of opinion,
Yeah.
right? Like it's only
Yeah.
a legend is who is only a legend tailored to you. So it's kind of like, oh, a legend for me may not be a legend for you or for you. And you're just like, okay, it depends on who we're talking to here. It's interesting. I've never heard that argument before. Oh, but what I have heard is that, you know, was it Blueface? I think it was Blueface, who, when he was asked about what does he think of Nipsey Hussle, he was like, yeah, I don't know the guy, but I respect him. Like, because he didn't know him at all. And plus, he was a part of, you know, that lifestyle that, you know, that could have gotten him in a lot of danger if he spoke, you know, more about it. So it's kind of like, okay, so in that situation, you can't really get mad at him. Yeah. Because he's just, you know, watching his own back. But
you know, when you're in that position, he's not wrong for saying what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go as far as to disrespect the man. That's different, but in a sense, he kept it real.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people can't respect that.
Sadly. Yeah, but
I actually met Nipsey Hussle in downtown Riverside.
Wait,
That's why
what was he doing in downtown Riverside?
He was actually doing a meet. Do you know who Jay Harper is?
Yes.
He did. He opened up the meet and greet for Nipsey Hussle that day, and we were all there. I think I was just there by chance that day.
How long ago was this?
I was about 13, 14 years old. This was 2011. This was
Shoot.
2011.
Man,
But
did you realize like who he was at the point in time?
I had just recently started hearing about him right before I met him. And then when I met him, this was the first person I ever met that was somebody, you know. And I got starstruck. I ain't even going to lie. Like, it was crazy seeing someone, you know, it's crazy to see somebody that's somebody right in front of you.
Yeah.
Especially for the first time. Like, you know. But he was a real cool, humble dude. He was talking to us. There's video. I got video footage of it and everything. Like,
Was that the first time you met a celebrity?
yes. It was
Really?
crazy. It's a crazy feeling.
Interesting.
And then for this, he was a cool person. The way he interacted, like, you know what I'm saying. He could have been like, nah, I don't want no picture. Like, nah, like, I'm not. He could have been bougie, not talking to people. You know, like, he was a cool person from the perspective that I got to see.
But do you really think there's another perspective?
I mean, we all got different sides,
That's true.
definitely.
Yeah.
But as far as like just the way he interact, just the way you could tell a lot about somebody by the way they'll interact with a complete stranger.
It's interesting. Yeah, man. Too many people died in the past year and a half or so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Sick.
Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller,
Mac Miller, I was just about to say that.
yeah, Lil Peep. X died. That was about maybe almost 2 years ago. Oh my God, almost 2 years ago.
Man,
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
we still out here living. We got to make it count.
Yeah, right?
For sure.
So what are you doing today to make it count for tomorrow? I didn't mean to get philosophical on here, but I feel like that was the conversation was going.
On a literal sense, like as of today, or like what am I doing overall?
Overall.
I'm investing in myself more than anything else. Honestly.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, I'm my best asset. And knowledge. I've been trying to teach myself things. I've been making my own music videos. I just need someone to hold the camera for me, and I'll make the rest.
So you're
Shout out to everyone though that has contributed, participated in the making of this happening though. I'm not trying to take y'all credit. Shout out to Pablo. Shout out to Jazzy. Shout out to Butters. Shout out to everyone that held the camera for me. Like, thank you. Like, I couldn't have did that by myself. I would have looked crazy. Thank you guys.
So you're starting to get into directing now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like writing out a script?
Yeah.
Of like what you want to do, where you're going to go, where you're going to shoot?
Yes.
How's that going for you?
It's a learning process. And then I'm not going to say it's complicated because I'm teaching myself. But at the same time, it's like, I'll learn something later on, and I'll be like, how did I not figure this out from the jump? And it's like, it'll be something that was key to what I needed to know. You know, like, but I like learning this way because I like learning the basics on my own because then after that, everything else is cakework.
I feel like that's what a lot of things, though. That's what everything, though. Like, when you first start to learn something, it's more like, okay, I learned this small little caveat, and I could do it. You repeat it, and you're like, oh, how do I do this? You somehow figure it out. And it's just that process that repeats, and before you know everything.
Yes. I've been trying to teach myself how to use everything about a camera. Like, I learned everything you want to know is a YouTube video away. Sometimes you ain't...
You gotta go to school.
You don't.
Do everything.
You don't. And it'd be a lot of people, the most successful didn't. They could pay to go to all time. They can go learn whenever they want to now, though, for sure. If they can't figure it out themselves, they can go pay for it, though. They follow their own intuition.
Do you have a camera?
I actually been working with a 720p camera. I had a better camera for a while, but I'm starting at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah,
starting at the bottom right now.
But hey,
but
you gotta
whenever
start somewhere.
Whenever people let me get my hands on their equipment, like there's a lot of people that contribute to me. There are. I definitely appreciate it. There's people who let me use their camera, make a scene, send it to myself, and I can work from that. At least I'm at that point. I'm not to a point where, okay, like, even if I get the camera, I got to send it to somebody else and have them do it. Like, no, I'm going to learn how to do everything.
So it's at the point where you want to get yourself to a point where you could shoot, edit, sync, everything you can.
Yes,
by yourself.
First, I'm going to do the videography, photography thing first, and then I'm going to get on to the producing and the engineering and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to get to a point, though, where I don't got to go to nobody to put my art to put my art out to the best of my ability. I don't want to have to go to anybody else to do it.
Why is that, though? Is it because you want to learn these topics so much, or is it because you feel like you're better working by yourself?
Actually, both. I do feel like I'm at my best when I'm by myself, but I feel like working with other people is definitely necessary. Mm-hmm. You might grow an ego and start to get a small mind if you think anything different from that. Mm-hmm. And I like to learn. I definitely like to learn.
Yeah.
So I love the learning process. And then at the end of the day, once I could do all of that, everybody else could come to me for what they need. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah, yeah.
And if music is what I want to pursue, I'm going to pursue it to the fullest degree. Yeah. Actually, I've been taking notes from Prince. Prince. Yes.
What's Prince say?
Prince was he was a really well-rounded he was a really well-rounded musician. Like, very from my point of view on how I feel about music and how far I want to go into it, I have to respect him the most, probably out of almost anybody.
Really?
He's up there to me.
Is he your favorite artist?
Overall, he's in my top 5 to 10, probably.
5 to 10. Wow, that's up there.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
People, our generation, honestly, I used to follow my first impression about him, so I never got into him. I recently just learned about him. Like, I really appreciate everything that he put out.
Don't you feel bad when you discover an artist later?
Yeah,
and you're just like, man, I didn't appreciate this dude when he was active or
especially
alive.
when they're dead. Yeah, that's when it just is like, dang.
What the heck?
Like, I could have felt. It's not even about I could have felt this pain, but it's like I could have. It's more so like I could have connected with this person while they were alive. It sucks that I'm connecting with them now.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's like, dang.
I feel like that's what a lot of people did when Nip died. Sadly.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But I feel like that's what anybody. Nip was just more popular. Mm-hmm. Whenever anybody dies, everybody knew him all of a sudden.
Everyone comes like, yeah, I've been riding or dying with him for.
I think everyone, when you die, I think you get the love you deserved when you were alive, and that sucks. That's why I don't live for nobody's love. There's no point.
That's why you gotta do things for yourself,
yes.
which we discussed before. So, and that's on that topic. You just said something I want to get back on. So you said you want to do things aside from music, right?
Yes.
So, I guess you mean directing, editing, filming, stuff like that. So, who would you want to collab with? Just name any big name artist you want to collab with. Spend a day with, just working on stuff.
If I could get 3 people in one room just to give me some rundowns, I'm going to say Andre 3000.
Okay.
Young Thug.
All right.
And Kanye West.
Okay.
I feel like those are some really great artists. They're really top tier. They're on a different level.
Okay, so
they're advanced.
Well, let's go down the line. What would you learn from each of them, or what would you want to learn from each of them? Start with 3 Stacks.
Okay,
so
for sure, he taught me how to embrace me. Bro can't really sing like that, but he has songs singing that are radio hits. Mm-hmm. You ever heard the song You got what I need. Don't worry, bro. That wasn't the best of vocals, but the song is amazing.
It's just a vibe.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that song when it comes on. It's just how did this dude with a raspy singing voice?
Andre 3000 taught me how to put my personality into my music more than anything. Mm-hmm. So And he switches up character very, very much, and I love it. And he gets full-blown into character. He doesn't have Andre 3000. You can't call him one type of nothing. Like, he's very versatile, and that's what I aim for. Mm-hmm. So that part, like, I feel like he could give me, you know, he's got the game for that one for sure.
Young Thug.
Thug, he revolutionized sound. He revolutionized the auto-tune wave. He revolutionized rap for what it is right now, in a sense, to me. Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't appreciate his music at first. I wasn't into none of it. Like, I was ignorant to it, wouldn't listen to it type. But once I got a little further into my own music artistry, and I got more open-minded to listening to the people that I didn't like, I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot from listening to artists that I shunned away. I learned a whole lot. And Thug just taught me, like, it doesn't have to appeal to everybody for it to be great. And then you might just be ignorant to the greatness. And I had to learn that about myself. He's already taught me something. Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's just different. I appreciate how different he is and how hard he comes with it.
Mm-hmm. So before we get to the last one, it seems like you don't like artists who take the safe way out. Mm-hmm. You like it when they do something different that allows other people out there to know that it's okay to be you.
Yes.
And that's something that, honestly, a lot of kids need to know, because if they don't, then we're just going to get carbon copies of the past generations, and that's not going to be any type of fun.
My biggest point, and I think I want to take the furthest, if I can get any message out of my entire life, whether it's through music, whether I become a preacher, whatever the case is, I want everyone to know that being is greater than having, because you could have it all but be nothing.
Being is
you could be everything and have nothing. I'd rather be. I would definitely rather be. When you feel like you lost it all, if you ever get to a point in your life where you feel like you lose it all and you're nothing, your being was weak. Mm-hmm. I could lose everything today, wake up tomorrow and still feel great about myself.
Because you're you.
Yes, and no one can take that away from me. I put more of my energy, I put more of my mind, my being is a possession. My being is my greatest possession. Mm-hmm. People don't understand that. They put their being in two possessions, and once they lose those possessions, they lose themselves.
That's interesting. I mean, yeah, I know a lot, and I'm not going to name names here, but who define themselves via, things.
Yes.
And it may not even be like physical things. It could be a status.
Yes.
Or, a classification, or what they post on Instagram or Twitter or anything of that sort. Just, maybe attention. And it kind of comes off maybe genuine on their parts, but in the end, if you take that away, they're just an empty mind.
Exactly.
So, Kanye West. What would you learn from Ye?
He put it into my mindset to want to learn how to do everything. Kanye's gonna make
music-wise, or like
Kanye's gonna make the beat. Kanye's gonna put the vocals on the beat. Kanye's gonna mix the vocals. Kanye's gonna drop the verse on the beat. Kanye's gonna send it to Kanye. His ego is respectable in some senses, because when you really learn this man's work ethic, beyond how egotistical he may have been and whatever the case is or was, his work ethic is, I'm not gonna say unmatched, because I know there's someone working, but like, I know plenty artists that wouldn't put 10% that man puts in. I salute that, and he put that. It instills into me. It makes me want to learn how to just. I want to send myself my work and then work on my own work and then upload it on. Like, I want to do everything on my own at one point.
And the thing about Kanye that's so inspiring is that even though his ego is bigger than the sun,
yes,
he still is looking for ways to change and to learn. Mm-hmm. Which, with an ego that big, come on, that's not an easy thing to do.
I think that's what makes him the best.
I agree.
He's constantly evolving.
I agree.
And people they'll hear something he says and they can't hear him because they're not on his level of understanding. And I'm not trying I'm not writing what I don't support I don't support it. I'm not saying I support it, but I understand it. You don't have to support something to understand it. Don't be ignorant to ideals. Mm-hmm. It's more so he's on to the next thing. He's on to the next thing. He's to a point where he can give it to you and you're just going to take it. For example, his clothes. For example, this new album. Let's not get on all that. What did they say? Kanye could drop a CD and it has nothing but blank tracks throughout the entire thing, and someone's gonna be like, "I feel it, I hear it."
Like I get it now.
He could sell a blank. He could sell a blank frame, and it's gonna, he could sit there at the art thing for just an hour, not do nothing to it. Call it art. He's gonna auction that off for maybe a couple million. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it at all.
Here's the question about Kanye. Do you think he has the ability to do that because he's Kanye? Or is it because that what he's doing is actually art? This is the question a lot of people have about Kanye, which turns people a lot away from him.
I say it's a hit and miss to me. Because sometimes I don't see the artistic value. I don't. Sometimes I feel like it could be a cash grab, definitely. Sometimes it might just be what Kanye's doing. I don't feel like people buy Kanye stuff because it's Kanye, because there's a lot of people that will ride that wave and they don't really even know Kanye. They never listen to the old Kanye. They just, it's popular.
Yeah.
I think because he's popular, that's why his stuff just goes. Mm-hmm. He stays popular. He's married to Kim Kardashian. He's an icon already. He's an icon living.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely this.
It works for him. It works, but sometimes I really see the art. Sometimes I see his message, and sometimes I see how other people don't see it.
I feel like there's just generally there's this new wave, or was a new wave of Kanye listeners or Kanye fans that came maybe like 5-6 years ago.
I actually stopped listening to him for a very long time.
Really?
Yes.
How long ago?
When I was in like high school, when he started, when the music just changed,
When did the music? How long ago was that?
When it got real demonic. When it went from Jesus Walks to, I'm gonna say he just barely started catching. He had me with some, a couple of radio songs, but as far as like listening to a whole Kanye album, like I couldn't do it for a long time.
I'm trying to think of like how far back that was, and like what album was.
I'm gonna say around like 2012ish. I couldn't do it.
Okay, yeah. So like, I know what you mean.
That
was his peak ego, I'd say, because then he made Watch the Throne with Jay-Z, which is like peak egoism. Then he was like, "Oh, you don't like that? Let me go even further." Drops Jesus.
Yeah, that's where that wave came from. Yeah. He got all those followers.
He got all those young, like 14, 15-year-old white followers.
Yes.
Hype beast.
Yes.
Who have the money, to buy his, fashion empire. Which, now that I say that out loud, it's kind of genius knowing that he started that fashion empire right when he noticed that new wave of influence. But nonetheless, it's still there.
It's respectable, honestly. Mm-hmm. It is. Like I said, I don't support it. I would never spend my money on that nonsense.
You wouldn't buy a pair of Yeezys? Come on.
Never, bro.
Never?
I'm not materialistic. I only wear Vans. Okay. I got shoes in my closet I haven't worn because I only wear 40, 50. My shoes ain't even $50. I get them on sale.
Man, I feel you. Man.
I only the Rosewood starter pack. The Rosewood starter pack started as a joke because my outfit always looks similar. I always have a plain T-shirt on. I cuff my pants and I wear some Vans with my bandana. Like it's me.
Dude. I'll definitely tell you that like you did stick out when I saw you at the show, and that's a good thing for artists to do, right? Because you want to have your own personality. You don't want to be like everyone else.
Yeah.
Was that the goal, or is that just it just honestly, intended to happen?
The whole thing I did with this last show was really spontaneous. It was like a last minute idea. Like, because every time I do a show, whenever I'm doing almost anything, I go buy a new T-shirt and a new bandana. That time I was like, I'm just about to give whoever's rocking with me, I'm going to give a bandana. And then it just turned into they jumping on stage with me. And then, like, it turned, one thing turned to another.
Here we are.
I think I keep it, I keep it real simple. I definitely don't think my outfit makes me stand out at all. I think that's one of the biggest. That's what pushes the being over having thing. You guys wouldn't care about what I was wearing if I didn't have the personality to go with it.
Okay.
Because you see how I get on stage. You see how I come at the crowd, and there's people that's wearing $1,000 outfits that can't get on a stage and move a crowd. They make music too. They jump on. They're just, you know how it goes.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So you mentioned about materialism and, the dangers of that. So let's just say 5 years in the future, right?
Yes.
Converse comes to you and says, no, Vans come. That's more tailored to you. Vans come to you and they say, we want to tailor a shoe designed by you. Would you do it?
I say yeah.
You do?
I would. Definitely. I would tell them to make sure it's going to be the same. It's going to have to be the same price.
That's smart. That's good.
Yeah, it got to be the same price I get my shoes for that I've been buying from y'all. Matter of fact, reimburse me for about the 47 pairs I didn't buy it. No, but I think that would be really dope. I think that would be really dope. And if I had enough people rocking with me, I would want them to wear it, and I want them to be able to afford it too. I don't think getting over on your fans, I mean, when you're in the position to, I mean, it seems like the most logical thing. Kanye, for example. But I feel like me giving off the message that I give, I wouldn't. I'd want them to pay. I'd want them to be $40 shoes. I feel like my name's definitely worth more, I guess, but that part doesn't matter to me. It would stoke me out. There's people wearing my shoes more than anything. Yeah. That would be dope. I wouldn't be in that part for the money.
So that's not really an interest of you.
To like, make money. Of course it is.
It's everyone, but to make a lot of money.
I feel like focusing on the money takes away from the craft. It takes away from the artistry. Because, like, everyone who's something right now, it's about the money. Everyone that's a hit right now, they're just dropping hits, but how long do their hits blow out, their hits blow away? It's quantity over quality now. So I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I'm not into that very much at all, but it's what works and it's what's winning. But I'm going to always take my own path regardless. Maybe a dib and dab a little bit swayed, it's not my path, though.
You think you'll ever change your style up?
Like get bougie on them and start wearing expensive clothes?
Not really bougie, but just like, you ever plan on moving?
Moving?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
To a different, yeah.
Definitely.
And do you think if you move, like, where do you plan to move? Or where would you want to move?
Either all the way across the United States or out of this country.
Okay. Do you think that if you were to move, that you'll just be naturally influenced by your environment, causing you to like certain things and then therefore change your style up?
Yes. If I go somewhere and they're only wearing coconuts and a leaf, I'm going to go climb me a tree and get my outfit.
Man.
I mean, if I go somewhere and the thing is, people not only are people, but it's not everywhere that people have a materialistic mindset because they don't even have the chance to. If I go somewhere where that's not even a chance, I'm going to be a whole lick. Like, I could go with the Rosewood starter pack and they going to jack me straight up my fresh white tees. So
Yep.
They're going to leave me right in my drawers and I'll be lucky if they don't take those. So, I mean...
Man, that's interesting.
I would definitely adapt. If I ever go anywhere, I'm gonna adapt. I wouldn't adapt. I wouldn't adapt into materialism though. Ever. It's not. Yeah. I was materialistic as a child.
Really?
I've had everything taken from me. So to have that attachment taught me that valuable lesson. So like I said, if you put all your being into your possessions, once those possessions are took, you have no being left.
That's where you win. All right. So we got maybe about couple of minutes left. So Do you have any last messages you want to get out to the audience before we end the show today?
I want to let everybody know that I love everybody, even if you irritate me, even if you don't like me, even if you don't love me. And I feel like everyone should love everybody. That's for sure. Second of all, Rosewood 951 is not weird. If you want to work with me, just hit me up. Just hit me up. If you want me to share something of yours, just ask me.
People think you're weird?
No, I'm saying like
Yeah.
people are antisocial on that matter. People don't want to talk to other people. People don't want to communicate over impressions.
Dude, that's 2019. That's
Yeah.
that's 2019 for you. That's what
Definitely.
you think about that.
Hey, let me give a message out. You don't have to think that way about me. Like, I appreciate you for reaching out to me. It wasn't. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Hit up my boy Rosewood.
Yeah.
951.
Shout out to Talking with Spencer.
All right.
Here with my little brother. We up out of here. I can't let y'all out with my slogan because we on the radio, so let me not do that. But thank you guys.
All right. So thank you all for watching this episode of Talking with Spencer program, and I will see you all very soon.